Hello, exceptionals. Great to have you back. Do you ever feel like the smarter you are, the harder it is to be productive? You start your day with high plans, high expectations, but sometimes hours pass and you haven't even done much. Sound familiar? Well, you are not alone. High achievers often struggle with productivity, not because they are lazy, but because they overcomplicate things. But here is the good news, you can fix it. And today I'm sharing 7 steps that will help you stop overthinking, start taking actions, and get more done without burning out. So, welcome to Excel, the place where the exceptionals come to get better every day. And I'm your host, Juliet Igwe. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, what's your biggest productivity struggle? Overthinking, perfectionism, taking on too much? I want to know. Talk to me in the comment. So let's go. Step 1, stop overthinking and apply the 70% rule. Smart people analyze everything. The fear of making the wrong decision leads to analysis paralysis, and I must confess, I'm guilty of this as well. And that's why we need to fix it together here, my friends. Elon Musk once said, if something is important enough, you should try even if the outcome is uncertain. And when SpaceX launched its first rocket, they didn't wait until everything was, perfect, 100%. They were ahead, with 70% confidence. And today, SpaceX is a game changer. So to fix overthinking and analysis paralysis, I recommend you use the 70% rule. If you are at least 70% sure of what you're doing, why not take action? Don't wait for 100% certainty. It rarely exists. Try this. For your next decision today, use the 70% rule. Then come back and tell me how it worked for you. Step 2, apply the B plus work is better than no work rule. Many smart people struggle with productivity because they aim for A plus, which is perfection. And there's nothing wrong with aiming for perfection. They keep refining, tweaking, and second guessing their work, which often leads to procrastination or never finishing at all. But the core idea here is this: instead of striving for perfection every time, why not aim for B plus quality work and move forward with it? A B plus might not be flawless, but it's good enough to make an impact. Ship your project and keep progressing along the line. Why does this work? Because perfectionism is the enemy of progress. If you wait for perfection, you will never launch, my friends. Most times, you don't have to be perfect. 80% of the time, good enough is always enough. You can also improve as you go. You can refine later instead of stalling forever. The idea here is for you to just get started and improve on the go. Ever wondered why you are often required to update your app? It's because the creators kept upgrading. They keep upgrading the features even while in use. They didn't wait for the app to be 100% perfect before launching. So why are you stalling? Because you are waiting for your work to be 100%. Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, said, if you are not embarrassed by the first version of your product, you launched too late. And what does this translate into? It means don't wait for perfection, just start. A perfectionist might rewrite the first chapter 100 times and never finish the book. But a B plus writer will draft the entire book, then improve on it later. Who do you think will publish first amongst the two? So how are you going to fix this? Set a deadline and stick to it. Don't endlessly tweak and tweak and tweak. Ask yourself, is this good enough to deliver value? If yes, come on, move on. Improve over time rather than waiting for perfection. So what's your action step here? Pick a task you've been overthinking. Complete it today with a B plus mindset and hit submit. And what's something you've been, procrastinating over because of perfection? Let me know in the comment section. And step 3, stop trying to do everything. Use the Eisenhower matrix. Smart people often struggle with productivity because they take on too much and get stuck in busyness instead of effectiveness. They, react to what seems urgent instead of focusing on what truly matters. That's where the Eisenhower matrix comes in. And some of you might be wondering, what is Eisenhower matrix? It is simply a decision-making framework created by former US President Dwight Eisenhower to prioritize tasks effectively. And this matrix is designed to help you know what to focus on right now, what to schedule for later, what to delegate, and what to eliminate. So to add much more value to you in this video, let me give you a little bit more insight on Eisenhower matrix. The 4 quadrants of the Eisenhower matrix. The first quadrant is urgent and important. And all the tasks under urgent and important are the tasks you should do right now. They are the crisis tasks that need immediate attention. For example, a deadline that is due today, a last-minute client issue, or handling a major school leadership crisis. They are all under the first quadrant of the Eisenhower matrix. And what are you going to do? You start your day with these tasks. Set aside uninterrupted time to complete them. If you have too many urgent tasks, ask yourself, could I have planned this earlier? If yes, move similar future tasks to the second quadrant, which is the important but not urgent tasks. And that takes us to the second quadrant, important but not urgent. What do you do to all the tasks under this quadrant? You schedule them. These tasks are the ones that contribute to long-term success, but they don't demand immediate action. Example could be strategic planning for business growth. They are important, but they are not urgent. Or developing a school improvement plan for education leaders. These are important tasks, but not urgent. Or learning a new skill, maybe a negotiation skill or leadership skill. They are all important tasks, but not urgent. They should find their way in the second quadrant of the Eisenhower matrix. So what is your action here? Schedule these tasks on your calendar. If it's not scheduled, it won't happen, my friends. Set weekly priorities for quadrant 2 tasks and use time blocking. For example, you can say every Monday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., I work on strategic planning. Or if you ignore this quadrant for too long, tasks will become urgent and they now have to move to quadrant 2. So please don't procrastinate. So what's your game changer tip here? Most successful people spend 60 to 70% of their time in quadrant 2 because this is where the real progress happens. And quadrant 3 is your urgent but not important tasks. Every task in this quadrant are the ones you can actually delegate. They are the ones you must not necessarily do yourself. These are tasks that feel urgent, but they don't require your expertise. For example, responding to every email instantly, or attending unnecessary meetings that does not align with your strategic goals, or fixing minor technical issues. These are things you can delegate to someone else. So every task under this quadrant are tasks you can actually delegate to, create time for more strategic planning and thinking. So your action here is to ask yourself, do I really need to do this, or can someone else handle it for me? If possible, delegate it to a team member or your assistant. If you can't delegate, set strict limits. Example, only check emails maybe 2 times in a day. And your mindset shift here is this: stop treating other people's urgency as your priority. I hope that sinks. And the 4th quadrant is they are neither urgent nor important. These tasks are the ones that need to be deleted, but they need to be in that 4th quadrant so that you see where your distractions are coming from. because these are distractions that waste your time. For example, mindless social media scrolling, or watching Netflix for hours, or reading irrelevant emails. These are tasks that take the chunk of your time. So your action step here is identify your biggest time wasters. Set clear boundaries. Example, you can say no social media before 12 p.m. If it doesn't add value to your goal or well-being, my friends, please cut it off. Your reality check is this. Smart people often waste time performing quadrant 4 tasks. Please stop refining what does not matter. Focus on what truly matters, what moves the needle for you. So how are you going to apply the Eisenhower matrix every day? Start your morning by identifying your top task. Then you sort them into the 4 quadrants. Then tackle quadrant 1 first. Then focus heavily on quadrant 2. Delegate quadrant 3 and eliminate quadrant 4. Review your metrics weekly to stay on track. And your pro tip here is to use a simple Eisenhower matrix tool, like maybe Google Sheets or Notion, or even your handwriting tool to track your priorities. Try this today. Write down your tasks and sort them into the metrics. What's one thing you keep doing? Please drop it in the comment. And hey, my friends, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, you are missing out. So hit that subscribe button and the notification so you never miss the invaluable insights we share here every day. Let's go to step 4. Reduce decision fatigue by simplifying your routine. Too many choices drain your brain power. Ever wonder why Mark Zuckerberg wears the same outfit every day? Because fewer decisions equals more focus. Steve Jobs, Obama, and Zuckerberg all simplified their daily decisions so they could focus on big things. Well, I am trying to learn from these icons by gradually trimming my wardrobe to just white and black outfits only. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comment section. So how are you going to fix this decision fatigue? Plan your day the night before. Limit your choices, the meals, the outfit, the work tools. Just get the most essentials. Automate your small decisions. Try this. Set your outfits and meals for tomorrow now. Then watch how much easier your day will feel for you. And step 5, beat procrastination by using the 5-minute rule. Smart people wait for motivation to start, but motivation comes from action, not the other way around. Think about a writer struggling to start a book. The hardest part of writing that book is simply the first sentence. Once you start, the inspiration will come. So how are you going to fix this? Use the 5-minute rule. Tell yourself you'll work on a task for just 5 minutes. Once you start, you likely keep going. So my friends, you can pause this video and try the 5-minute rule right now. Then comment below. Did it work? I would like to know. Step 6, set hard deadlines. That's the Parkinson's law hack. Some people often work without deadlines. That is the smart people we are talking about. So tasks expand to fill the time available. This is called Parkinson's law. Have you ever noticed how you finish work faster right before a vacation? That's Parkinson's law in action. So how are you going to fix this? Set shorter deadlines. For example, write this report in 1 hour instead of by the end of the day. It is more specific. You can also use a timer to work in sprints. Try setting a shorter deadline for your next task and cut the time in half. Let me know if you get it done faster. And finally, step 7, prioritize deep work. Cut out distractions. Smart people are always busy but rarely in flow. Constant emails, notifications, and multitasking kill focus, my friends. Bill Gates famously takes think weeks where he disconnects from everything to do deep work. So how are you going to fix this? Block 2 to 3 hours daily for deep work, no interruptions. turn off your notifications and use do not disturb mode. So what's your biggest distraction? Is it social media, emails, or meeting? Please share in the comments below. So it's time to make productivity simple. Remember, smart people don't struggle with productivity because they are lazy. They struggle because they overcomplicate things. But with these 7 steps, you can actually fix it. So which step will you apply today? Drop it in the comments and let's make productivity simple. And hey, if this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share this with someone who needs it. Thank you so much for watching and see you in our next video. Stay blessed.